If you are struggling to migrate your WordPress website from your local host to live server or from one server to another, then look nowhere else. You are in the right place. Today, I'm going to show you how to migrate your WordPress site from localhost to live server or from one server to another without any plugin in 5 easy steps. So, without wasting time, let's get started. If you have been following my channel, then you know it very well that we built a news portal in WordPress in 30 minutes in our previous video. If you haven't watched that, you can find the link for that video in the description section. Today we'll be migrating the same website from localhost to live server. If you go to phpMyAdmin, this is the database for that website. And to move a website from localhost to live server or from one server to another, you'll need to move the website files along with the database too. Alright? Let's log into the server's cPanel before doing anything else. Once you purchase a hosting service, you'll get the URL along with the username and password for the cPanel. Use the same to log into your server's cPanel. Once you log into your cPanel, you'll find a bunch of options there, but the only options we'll need are the file manager, phpMyAdmin, and MySQL database. If you want to work on WordPress straight from the cPanel and not on your localhost, you can find the WordPress installer too here. If you opt to do it directly from the cPanel itself, you won't need to migrate it unless you want an upgrade on a hosting service. Got it? Let's go to the first step to migrate the WordPress site then. The first step on the migration process would be to make your website files ready for migration. Go to your project folder inside the XAMPP htdocs directory. Select all the files, right-click and select Send to Compressed zip folder. This will compress your website files into one single file, and that will speed up the migration process. Let's name it News Portal. I'll move it inside Downloads so that it can be located easily for upload later. Next, we'll download the database file from our phpMyAdmin. Make sure the entire database tables are loaded here, not a single database table. To make that sure, you can click on the database name on the left panel, then click on Export and hit the Go button. The database files should be downloaded in SQL format. Well, that's done. Now we can close this phpMyAdmin. Let's keep the website view open so that we can verify it later. The second step would be to upload the website files to the server. Let's open the file manager in our cPanel. You can see a lot of files and folders here. The only directory we are going to modify would be the public_html one. This is the directory accessible by website visitors. I have a couple of folders here because I have some sites already uploaded, else only the first two folders would be there, and that won't affect our process. If you want to upload multiple projects in your server and load them as subdomains, you can upload them like this inside a folder in public_html. Still, the main domain files would be placed directly in the root of public_html. Click on the upload button, go to your files location and upload the zip file we just created. Once uploaded, you can close this tab. Reload your public_html directory and you can see the zip file you just uploaded here. Right click on it and select extract. The files will be extracted in the same location unless you specify a different location. That's where we wanted our files, right? So let's keep the location as it is here. And you can see all the files are placed on the same location. Since I have an index.html file here, I'll rename it to something else so that it doesn't load up by default. You won't need to do anything because you won't have this file. Now let's type the domain name in a new tab. And you can see the database connection error because we don't have the database defined in our config.php file in our server. Let's open the wp-config.php file then. And you can see the database name, username and password for our website in this file. But if you go to phpMyAdmin, you can find that database here on your server. You don't even get the option to create a new database here in this interface. Instead, you'll need to go to the home interface and open MySQL database and create a database from here. The initials for the database name and username will be the same as your domain name. Let's say the database name is demo. Click on create database and the database will be created. Let's go back, create a user for the database. Let's say the username is also demo. You'll need a password too. Click on password generator and it will give you a gibberish password. Copy the password, you'll need that later. Tick on the checkbox and click on use password and the new password will be applied to the username. Click on create user and the user will be created. Let's go back and connect the user and database we just created. Select the user and the database from the drop down here and click on Add. You get the option to manage user privileges here. Make sure you check all privileges that will be needed for the website to interact with the database. Click on Make Changes and you're done. Now you'll need to update the database name, username and password in your WP config file. Let's do that. And you're done. Next, you need to import your website database from localhost to the server. Go to phpMyAdmin, reload it, open your database that is empty so far, click on Import, and select the SQL file you downloaded from your localhost. If the database file size is greater than a few MB, you better compress it to a zip file and import it. Click and go, and your database will be imported. Open the Options table and update the site URL and home URL. Double click on the field and you can directly edit it. Well, that's done. Now go to your website tab and reload it, and you can see your website loads up. Still, you might be missing some contents on your site, like the leaderboard advertisement here, and mostly those images you have in the description section of your posts. Let's open the admin dashboard here. All you need to do here is go to Settings, General, Reading and Permalinks, and simply click on the Save buttons. That will update your SDXS file. Let's change the URL format to here. I'll go with the post name. You can select any one you like. Refresh your website and you can see most of the things are in place by now. Still, we haven't worked on the images. Let's see the leaderboard advertisement first. Go to Appearance, Widgets, and check the advertisement widget. First of all, let's see the sidebar advertisement. And you can see there's no image, right? Check the second one. Well, this one is alright. Let's fix the first one. Click on Select Image. Here, some of the images are not uploaded properly. Let's re-upload them. Let's select this one and save the changes. Let's open the header ads and fix that too. And you can see the ads are being displayed properly. I haven't added any image in the description section of posts except for this one, and the images displayed here are displayed directly from the BBC website, so they are showing up. But if you have an image within the post, you must fix the links for those posts too. And for that, you'll need to go to phpMyAdmin, post table, click on SQL, and type in update post table name, set post_content equals to replace parenthesis post_content, comma, localhost / your project name in quotation mark, comma, your website URL in quotation mark, parenthesis closed. Click and go, and any content on your post table with the URL set as localhost will be replaced with the new website URL. You can see here 3 data have been modified. Refresh the browser and any previous links that were still there are all gone by now. So that's it. You've got your WordPress website migrated from localhost to live server under 10 minutes. Let's see what we would need to do while migrating WordPress site from one server to another then. Let's delete this zip file first. Then, first thing you do would be select all the website files from your server and compress them to a zip file. And then download that file. Then go to phpMyAdmin, click on the database name on the left panel that will enlist all the data tables. Then click on Export and export the database as a SQL file. That would have been step number 1. Then follow the steps from 2 to 5 and get your site migrated from one server to another easily. Well, that's all for today. I hope this video really helps you to a greater extent to migrate WordPress site from localhost to live server or from one server to another without any issue. Hit like if you found this video useful. Let me know if this video helped you. If you think you have got some ideas that can help me come up with better videos in the future, let me know through the comments. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe us if you want me to come up with more videos in the future. Thank you.